welcome everyone who's joining us online today. And for folks that are watching this later as a recording, this is the official launch and kickoff of the Overlap membership. And we are very, very excited to be finally able to launch this officially. This is something we've been working on for over a year. We have been doing training and capacity building, teaching people how to work using design-based methods since the beginning of Overlap, which is 12 years ago. And as times change and as we learn more about how to actually make this work in organizations, we have really come to the realization that design-based work using facilitation, using techniques like this is really more of an apprenticeship than it is something where I can just learn the thing and then expertly be able to do it repeatedly. It is about the ways in which we learn how we can move groups and people and shift them along as we work through a design process. And that the apprenticeship part of that is learning how to deal with situations that don't go the way that you expect. I can teach you how to run a workshop, but the very first time that one goes sideways, it goes sideways, and it's about what happened, where did we get to, and who do I debrief with? So part of this Overlap membership and the real reason that we created it really has come from our customers and from our clients. Since the beginning of Overlap, people have asked, can you teach us to work this way? Can you help us continue to do this? We know that you have to go now because our project is done, but you changed how we worked. When Lisa and I started Overlap, we wanted to work on the toughest problems people would give us. And we've got to work on some pretty cool ones over the years. And our work has taken us all over the world. And we've been using these methods and ways of working in all kinds of different contexts. And we know that it works. And what we hear from our clients is that it has changed them. That whatever the project was that we did, we got to an interesting outcome that we moved them, we shifted the needle, whatever the things are. But what they didn't expect was that we would change how they work, that we would change the way in which they, how they interact with each other. They finally really understand what collaboration is, what combining and extending ideas with each other can look and feel like. And that feeling part of it too has also been pretty incredible to hear about. We collected all of the testimonials we've received over the last 12 years from all of our clients. And this theme of you're helping me work faster, you're helping me work collaboratively, and it feels really good. It feels great. Actually feeling like I'm contributing and that my ideas aren't just shot down, or that my ideas are invited, and that we're able to actually work with them in meaningful ways. So our clients have continuously asked us to help them learn to work like this. We have all of our training and all of our courses, and those are really fantastic. But putting it into practice is often a barrier for folks because it's scary to go facilitate a group for the very first time. So when we started to imagine this membership, we really saw it fitting into a gap that, again, clients were identifying in terms of their desire to keep working this way. So when we think about Overlap and the way in which that we support clients and where this membership fits in, the bulk of our work is supporting organizations in, a lot of it looks like planning. So a lot of it looks like strategic planning, but we also work on other kinds of plans as well. We're working on a plan to end chronic homelessness right now. We've worked on plans to improve childhood well-being in Canada. We've worked on plans to improve children's rights in different countries around the world with our work with UNICEF. When we're doing that kind of work, I think it's design in its purest sense. We are imagining futures that don't exist, and then the plan is the way that we're going to make that happen. When we create these plans and do these kinds of projects, we are always co-creating that vision for what better looks like with the people involved. And then the planning itself is, again, about how we're going to get there. Overlap then will support folks in implementing those plans and making sure that they're able to keep moving that really important work forward. And then out of those plans, there are special design projects that emerge. And so we do a lot of that kind of support as well. And it's in that kind of work that most often people ask for training, for skills development. And it's all great while we're there helping. But it's when we're not there, it's the meetings that happen every single day in organizations that could just be better, that could be tighter, that could feel the same way that it feels like when overlap is in the room. So the membership for us is really about filling in this in-between space when overlap isn't there, or we're only there in quarterly moments throughout a year. And it's about supporting people to continue using these methods in their everyday work so that they can move their most important work forward and they can continue making the impact that they experience when they are working with us. So the idea with the membership is it is both a access to overlap and overlappers so that they can get what we're calling micro coaching moments. It's the I'm about to go do a facilitation for the very first time, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. And I've got my plan and I know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to set the room up. And being able to come into a space and ask those kinds of questions, or could someone just have a quick look at what I'm going to do and just offer any guidance on my timing or something I should watch out for in trying to do this? Or am I doing too much? Can I maybe simplify this in some way? So the community space of the membership is an opportunity for folks to share what they're doing, how they're practicing, what they're trying, and to get some support from overlappers. And then eventually your peers in the membership and in the community along the way. And I'm really excited for when that starts to happen, when the community comes to life and the community is helping each other with this. But of course, overlappers are part of that community. And so we're providing support along the way. When we're doing this, every single week, we have a topic. And that topic is featured in a blog post. And then we are creating a workshop guide for that topic. So far, what we've done one on asking complex questions. We've done a 3-part series on problem mapping so that you can learn how to produce a problem map. We've done one on imagination and wonder, and how do we bring more creativity in the beginning of our projects. We're also doing a series right now on sort of the problem ecosystem, looking at the people involved, enablers and detractors, other system things that we need to consider as we're trying to solve problems. So every week we're introducing a new topic that falls somewhere in the problem solving spectrum, and we create a workshop guide to go along with it. So the idea is you learn about problem mapping, and then we give you a workshop and the facilitation guide and notes for how you could go facilitate that in your organization or with a team or a group. And we also talk about how you could do it for yourself solo, because so many people don't get the privilege of working with a team and they're doing their work individually. So this weekly cadence of topic and workshop guide is also followed up with a live sort of micro coaching moment that happens right now, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. It's me. I don't have all the balloons. The balloons are here to celebrate the launch of our membership, but we do it in this setting and we talk through the topic a little bit and that workshop and how you would actually facilitate it. And in some cases, we're demoing it up on the wall behind me, or we're talking about how you might do this online using digital whiteboarding tools like Miro. And then we offer asynchronous support after that. So those videos are posted, the guides are posted. And when people try them, we really want to hear about it. How did it go? What worked? What didn't work for you? Where were you nervous? What was exciting? What were the ahas? And so that we can provide some, again, additional support after people try it or before they try it, because we want people to work this way. And from what our clients say, for the last 12 years, they want to work this way a lot. So this is our attempt to support people to become really great practitioners at this. For overlap, we get to work on all kinds of really incredible challenges and problems with incredible clients, again, all over the world. And the work that we are doing, and we hear this from the conferences we go to about design thinking, we hear this from other practitioners. We know that what we're working on is some of the most cutting edge stuff out there, and the approaches and methods that we use are often called out as being ahead of their time. And we want to be able to bring that into the membership. So while overlap is out in the world doing this incredible work, we refine our own practices, we refine our language, we refine the techniques. When everybody had to go online, we were into that game really fast because we were already doing online facilitation with clients like UNICEF internationally. So we are very, very good at this, and we want to extend that to our membership. so that, again, folks are getting the best of what's happening out in the world and being able to bring that into their organizations. The way I'm sort of imagining it is folks that are members of our community over time become experts at this overlap way of working. And for an organization that has someone that has this membership, has been working this way and practicing and has this peer support from the broader community, they are able to be an internal overlapper for that organization, constantly getting fed, again, the most cutting edge, whatever the most groundbreaking techniques, methods, approaches are. And they also have all of the organizational context for the company or organization that they work for. And that combination to me feels incredibly powerful and magical. I think these people in organizations, as they get practiced at this, they are the folks that get tapped on the shoulder to come help us with this tricky thing over here that we're not sure how to facilitate. So this is, again, about practice. There's a big emphasis on facilitation and how you take these ideas and take these methods and apply them in organizations so that meaningful work can happen, so that your most important work can be moved forward. With an ultimate goal for us being that people are confident in the way that they do this, that they can walk into a room, and even when all of the conditions change, the group isn't the same, the room isn't set up the right way, I can walk into a space confidently knowing I got this, I can do it. Everything's different, and that's fine. I've got enough experience now doing this and enough support along the way that I can get us to the outcome that I need to get us to. Because that's what overlap is really good at doing every single day. I'm going to pass over to Clara Leaney right now on our team. Clara has built out so much of this over the last year, and she's going to just do a quick walkthrough of the platform so you can see what's there, some of the facilitation guides, and just do a little bit of orientation to the membership and the community site that supports it. So Clara, I'm going to pass over to you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brock. I will just share my screen here with folks. And we'll do a quick overview of what you'll find. So welcome to the Overlap Community Home Space. So treat this kind of like your LinkedIn or your Facebook feed. This is where a lot of that really wonderful weekly content that Brock had mentioned is going to show up for folks. So we've got downloadable design guides, we've got weekly creativity exercises, polls, and lots of interactive content that we're sharing. Lots of great resources that are posted by our overlap team, which is really wonderful. And on all of these posts, you can comment, you can engage, you can share your thoughts, you can tag other members of the community. Again, we really want people to be engaging with this content and asking lots of questions, posing questions about what that brings up for you. You can also share your own posts in the community, share your own images. So as Brock mentioned before, this is a great resource. If you're looking for some feedback or you're looking for some advice on running a session or engaging with your team. In this community home space, this is where you'll also find live events that you can RSVP to. So every Wednesday, we host a workshop. These are just a couple of examples of past topics that we've worked through here. You can also check out a network with all of the other members of the community. So this is a great place to kind of expand that professional network and, again, ask lots of questions. Over on this left sidebar, this is where you'll be able to navigate to all of the other resources that you'll find in the community. So for example, we have a space where we have downloadable overlap worksheets. This facilitation guide space, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here with folks. So this is where, after all of those live micro coaching sessions happen with Brock on Wednesdays, this is where the sort of on-demand workshop recordings and downloadable design guides live. So for example, if I click into problem mapping here, we've got a little overview of the guide. You'll find an on-demand workshop recording, and then you'll have a downloadable PDF, which you can take with you to either workshop this on your own or with your team. And this is an example of what those facilitation guides look like. So again, you've got lots of context that you can share with your team. There's a facilitation guide. It includes different materials that you might need, and then workshop steps as well. So we've got some really great feedback from folks on these. They've been really, really helpful. And it's a great way to integrate the overlap way of working into your own organization or your own workflows. You can also access our 2 most popular introductory level courses from our overlap community. So we have Creativity Crash Course and a Design Thinking workshop. And we also have lots of self-guided workshops that are included with your overlap community membership. So for example, we have Empathy in Action at Work, Engagement Foundations, A Guide to Better Ideas, Person-Centered Public Consultation. And I'll just pop into one of these self-guided courses to give you a look at what these feel like. So again, we've got different segmented lessons that you can watch. These are on-demand workshop recordings, and then different resources, downloads, and ways to practice. So we've got activities that you can use right away. And then again, if you have questions about any of this content, you can share those right in this course feed. And so other course and overlap alumni are able to engage with you about that content specifically. Finally, we also have your design toolkit. So these are tools, tips, and methods that overlappers use every day to do their best work. And we've divided these into the phases of the design cycle. So lots of different activities that you can take advantage of here. Again, I'll pop them and show you. These correlate really well with our overlap process cards or method cards if you've ever used those. So that, again, super quick overview of everything that's in here. There's tons to, dig around and find. I'll mention one other feature, which is just this internal message feature. So again, you're also able to chat directly with any of the other community members, any of the other overlappers that are on our team or in this community. So it's a great networking tool. And it's really easy to share this, with your friends and with your coworkers as well. You can invite people to the community right from within this community space. So I'll pass this back to Brock. If anybody has any questions, I'll be monitoring the chat and happy to showcase anything further as well.
That's great. Thanks so much, Clara. So that's it. It's a membership that gets you access to overlap, our best guides and thinking on how to do this work, ongoing weekly new content facilitation guides, workshops, micro coaching to support people in practicing, and a community of people that want to work this way. And as this community grows, we will continue to respond to the needs of that community. We will be polling and asking questions, in a very designerly way, iterating on what's in the membership and the kinds of content that we're producing so that folks are ultimately able to be super successful in doing this and getting really good at being practitioners of design-based work. We'll be sending a link following this if you are interested in learning more about the membership, and if you'd like to sign up, we'd love to see you there. We are offering a special price until October 16th. And so again, if you want to get in here, then get in here before then. And please also pass this around to your friends and invite others. The magic of this will be the very first time that 2 members, because this is new. So we have about 60 members so far. So there's going to be a magic moment when 2 members start interacting with each other in this platform. And that's going to become magical. That's when the community starts to take off. Someone talked about the idea that when you're at a party, if there's only a few people at the party, every single person is really, really critical. But at some point, if there's 100 people at the party and like the host steps away, the party keeps going. And so that's what we are excited to get to. We are excited to get to the moment that the party keeps going, even when we're not there. Poking and prodding the party to make sure that everyone has a drink and everyone's taken care of. And that moment will come. And we are really excited to see that moment happen. If you have any questions after this, again, reply to that email. You can drop them in the chat if you like, and we will follow up and answer any of those. And we hope to see you there. Again, this community is going to be really, really magical. And I think these are going to be some of the most incredible people applying these methods in organizations, in their communities, wherever they are, working in a very overlap way and creating impact ultimately. All right, that is it. Thank you so much. And we will, again, as I say, we'll be following up. Thanks, folks.